One of the ironies of my job right now is I was never really a gigantic fan of Disney. Like, I enjoyed the parks a few times when I got to go, and I had the same tapes growing up as other people, but I was never really, someone who absorbed the lore or thought the Mickey gang was cooler than the Looney Tunes or whatever. So it's weird to be in this position where if you cover mainstream mass media entertainment, especially film, it means you pretty much cover Disney product now, and if you aren't always 100% performatively cynical or dismissive about it, you get dismissed as some kind of shill yourself. Well, in any case, the sunny real-world version of Wile E. Yutani has made a new thing, so time to make that cheddar. Disney Plus streaming service is on the way, and surprising almost nobody, it's coming as a bundle with ESPN and Hulu. People told me I was being too cute about it years ago when I said some kind of bundling would be how every damn company that wants to be its own streamer now issue was going to get resolved, and to be fair, I was wrong. I thought it was going to take a little longer than this. Basically, by the time the last boomer finds out that cable is dead, streaming will have fully completed its circular evolution back into cable, and they won't really have noticed. Speaking of things everyone knew was coming that are now definitely coming out of all this, if the last Avengers movie being about 20 extra minutes long because there were 4 or 5 extra MCU spin-off Disney Plus shows to set up didn't make things abundantly clear, this whole thing is what the mouse is betting on to solve the problem of needing to make a lot of content, but people only needing to go to theaters for big stuff now. The new model, even if it kind of works, which will probably end up being everyone's model, now looks to be surefire smash hits and big awards contenders are going to go to theaters, everything else gets tailored for Disney Plus, so it can try to be the next Bird Box and or Game of Thrones. So while the next Pixar and Marvel properties are going to head to the screens, along with planned live-action versions of The Little Mermaid, the Plus lineup is where the already planned reworkings of High School Musical, The Mighty Ducks, Lady and the Tramp, and Home Alone brands are going to go, along with feature film spin-offs like Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and the Marvel stuff I already mentioned. I'm not necessarily sure all of those things sound like they needed new versions or to be expanded into TV miniseries, but I'm not a big executive, so what do I know? And in case you were still wondering, Hulu is there because the company purchased Fox and then became the major stockholders in that company, which is why it's also where, for now, at least the grown-up Marvel content is going to go, i.e. the adult animated team-up series that'll get merged into The Offenders at some point, whenever that makes it to air. Incidentally, with almost their whole slate except for the way-over-budget Alita and the huge flop Dark Phoenix scrapped by the acquisition, Fox actually lost money for Disney this quarter, but it didn't matter because they did so much business otherwise, and that's just our world now, until it isn't. I mean, none of this sounds especially objectionable to me because it's mostly just moving the pieces around of things that were already out there, but it's kind of alarming just how much of this is based on the idea that things that are extremely popular right now are going to stay popular long term. You can actually blow these things up, like how Warner Brothers is still putting the pieces back to the DC movies together, and the Harry Potter franchise is maybe one more bad film away from being in real trouble, and it used to be. That's why you didn't bet everything on giant brands and known quantities. So, guess we'll see what the future is going to hold. I'm Bob, and that's the big picture. Incidentally, today's episode is a little shorter than usual because an original topic more or less fell through. We'll probably come back to it at some other point, though. Here's a piece from a French silent film about a pig that was going to go in there. I'm just going to keep it in here because it's weird and spooky, and I feel like you needed to see it.